Hey guys, my name is Divya. I'm a doctor and I've held a management role with a healthcare company for a while. I've been doing a series of videos on my channel to help everybody out in the community get certified with whatever certifications they're studying for. I've done an entire series on SHRM and the PMP. The PGMP is yet to come, but I promise that it'll come soon. So what I'm doing now is an entire series on how to study for certification exams in general. So this would apply to any certification that you're working on. Could be SQL, could be Python, could be business analysis, PMP, PGMP, the SHRM management certifications, anything that you're studying for as a full-time working professional or as someone who's really not a full-time student but simply studying for a certification. I wanted to do an entire series because I feel like we don't have too many of those up on YouTube. So my channel is focusing on that for now, and this is part 7 of the entire series. So welcome to part 7, guys. I did upload part 6 on Wednesday, just last week, or this week I should say, and this one's going to go live on the Saturday. So I do hope that these videos are helping you. If they are, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel. It will keep me motivated. Okay guys, so the previous video was part 6, but then today's video is part 7, but it's going to focus more on the things that we should not be doing while studying for certification exams. Believe it or not, I've wasted a lot of times on things that I shouldn't have been doing, on tips that people told me would work for me, but it never worked for me. And I've done a similar video in this series, and that was part 5, and I will leave all the links, parts 1 through 5 of this entire series in the description box below. But my sincere suggestion, guys, if you're studying for a certification exam, don't do the things that I'm going to be talking about today. I think it will help you out. Let's just begin. Tip number 1, don't listen to recorded lectures. So back in the day when we were doing my doctorate, people told us, oh, you should record your lectures. This is before the fancy phones came, so we didn't really have a recorder, but all of us thought owning a recorder is of utmost importance going through this clinical doctorate program, and that we should re-listen to every single lecture. Personally now, looking back, I don't think it was a great idea. It really wasn't. Re-listening to lectures doesn't really give you anything. I mean, I can understand if the lectures are recorded and you want to go back to a particular piece because maybe you missed something that the instructor or the professor said. That I completely understand. But re-listening to everything, transcribing a lecture, it's not going to really help you study. Studying really means active recall, test taking, and spaced repetition, like I've said before. So I really feel those are the only things that really count as studying. Everything else is just peripheral. So all this while where I thought that I would go to lecture and record and then re-listen to it, it would really make it stick in my brain. Nothing really happened. Nothing at all. So I've made that mistake while taking certification exams because some of the certification exams, come with instructor-led classes. You have to pay for it, but there is an instructor-led class. So if you sign up for this expensive instructor-led class, don't think that recording it and re-listening to every single thing and transcribing it would help. It's really not going to help. So guys, don't spend time doing that. My tip number 2. Don't think that listening to it while jogging is going to create an extra memory. So sorry if that sounded complicated, but a lot of times when I was fed up of studying for a certification exam, I used to think that I would read something out loud and record it on my nice smartphone, because now smartphones come with recorders. And I used to think that I'll take a nice break, go for a walk or a run, and listen to my own recording and talking while actually running, and this would make the material stick in my brain. I did all of this. I've tried it a number of times. It doesn't work, guys. It really doesn't work. I used to have this complicated theory thinking that all the endorphins released while exercising and running are going to make me help remember all this material which I'm listening to through my earphones and my phone. Nah, doesn't work at all. So I would say don't make the same mistake. Don't think that, just talking to yourself and listening to it while running is going to help you. In fact, what it did for me is that it didn't at all let it make it stick in my brain, and my run or my jog or my walk, which is supposed to be a break, did not at all feel like a break. And that's sad, right? Because studying for any exam, you do need breaks. So if you're doing something that you like or enjoy or supposed to have a break with, but you never got that break, it's really, really counterproductive. So try not to do that, guys, because it's not going to help. Tip number 3, don't overdo your flashcards. Now, this is a controversial one, but I still wanted to talk about it in this video. So flashcards, index cards, note cards, they are helpful, guys. And nowadays we have so many websites and apps floating around which have pre-printed flashcards, or you can make your own flashcards. So whether you're using the paper flashcards, the good old notes, the note cards, or you're doing it online or on an app, it doesn't really matter. What I'm trying to say here is that limit your flashcards. When I started studying, I felt like I had to cover every single thing on a note card. And what that does is that you have thousands and thousands, maybe even 1 million note cards by the time you're done. So certification exams have a vast syllabi, they cover a plethora of items. And if you're going to think that you're going to cover everything with flashcards, then you'll just have so many that there won't be any time to review them towards the end. Moreover, if you have so many flashcards, then it's not going to feel like a review. So I think flashcards are something that you might think of making after you're quite comfortable with the material. What that would do is that it would tell you what to put on a flashcard and what not. So flashcards can be a snapshot, they can be a gist, but they shouldn't cover the entire chapter or the entire book that you're using to study for your certification exam. I know this is controversial because in general, note cards, flashcards are very helpful, but my suggestion is that we don't overdo it. So today, guys, these are my 3 tips of how not to study for certification exams. Basically, I just wanted to discuss all the mistakes I've made in the past, and I hope that you never make them, because life is too short to make all the mistakes all by yourself, and we must learn from one another. Once again, I do hope these videos are helping you. Thank you so much for watching.